Hey Jacob, what do you think is an interesting environmental issue to talk about today?
I think we should talk about acid rain. I've heard a lot about it recently, specifically in Europe. There is much to think about.
Yeah, I've heard a lot about it too. It seems to be improving a lot, and I think we should talk about it.
So, before we talk about it and all of its intricacies, I think we should understand why it occurs.
Well, acid rain is mostly derived from SO4 and NOx, which in this form can be very bad for the environment. When I researched it, it seems burning fossil fuels is responsible for two-thirds of SO4s and one-fourth of NOx that make up acid rain. This information comes from EPA.gov if you're interested to look more into it yourself.
That's very interesting. Burning fossil fuels does many bad things to the environment, so it's good to cut them out in any necessary unnecessary way.
So now that we know that, let's get into more about how the reaction happens. So what do you know about this, Jacob?
Also from EPA.gov, it says that acid rain results when sulfur dioxide and nitrogen oxides are emitted into the atmosphere and transported by wind and air currents. The SO2 and NOx react with water, oxygen, and other chemicals to form sulfuric and nitric acids. These then mix with water and other materials before falling to the ground.
You're quite the talker, Jacob. Now that we know that, I think we should know more about what the chemical formula is.
Yeah, I agree. It's too long though, you can say it.
Okay, so the equation for the reaction that creates this happens to be 2SO, which is a gas, plus O2, which is a gas, plus 2H2O, which is a liquid, equals 2H2SO4, which can be dissolved in a water to form a solution.
You're quite the yapper, son. That's a really interesting equation.
I know, Jacob. Calm down. Is there anything I'm forgetting?
Oh, what's the reaction type?
Oh, yes. Because of how it all forms into one thing, it is a synthesis reaction.
Okay, now that we know all that, I think we need to know some of the solutions to this problem. What are they?
Well, from what I understand, although we can use things like scrubbers, the best solution for this is to use more renewable energy sources, as burning fossil fuels is the main issue here.
Okay, so what I'm getting is we need to use cleaner fuels such as natural gas, hydrogen, biofuels, and synthetic fuels, right?
Very right, I believe.
So, what are all the benefits of doing this?
Well, I mean, it lowers sulfur dioxide in the environment, cuts nitrogen oxides in the environment, reduces atmospheric acid, and it raises pH levels in rainfall, making it less acidic.
Okay, but if we do this, wouldn't it also cost a lot? There would have to be infrastructure upgrades, vehicle retrofitting, and power plant conversions. Also, many of these clean fuels would need to be harvested, which would also require burning of fossil fuels. The land needed to grow the crops for some of the biofuels would lead to more deforestation, and the land and water used to grow the crops would be competing with the food resources for food.
Yeah, and that's why these things haven't been fully done yet, isn't it? But we do have a graph from Springer.com that shows us that acid rain's effects have been lowering over the past decade significantly, which tells us that these things are already taking place. We just have to slowly do more to make these effects no more if we want to help the environment. This means we don't have to instantly cause these issues, and we can instead balance things out and do things to make them go to a much more stable position.
Oh, okay. So over time, we should implement all of these things, though, as the effects aren't gone, just lessened.
Totally right.
Well, I think that's it on acid rain today.
Yeah, I agree with you.
So, did you see that race on Sunday?
No, I was busy playing with dolls. They were having a tea party.